Why don't they have money? I always thought that Arsenal had a lot of money in the bank.
I always thought they had money too. Just arguing.
He would argue with himself.
Danke euch für deine Frage, aber wir sehen uns nächste Woche. Good afternoon, we're back with another Q&A, and so is Nico. Because
finally!
Where did Paddy actually go?
Scotland, where he belongs. He needs some days off from time to time.
Let's get into the Q&A though. You're right, you start. First
All right,
off the bat.
I got a question from Turk YouTube. Who will be better in 1920 season, De Ligt or De Jong?
Ooh. I think De Ligt, because I think he's going to play more. De Ligt's a pretty much guaranteed starter for Juve. De Jong will work his way into the team. I'm not sure he's as guaranteed a start as De Ligt.
If we would be talking about a season later, like one season in for both, then you could make the case for De Jong, because I think for De Jong it will be like a transitional season, because Barca has a few older midfielders.
Barcelona have still got players to play. I think De Ligt will play way 100%. More. Yeah. Right, but we'll give a quick shout out actually, because you guys need to subscribe.
Absolutely.
We're so close to 300,000, so make sure you smash that subscribe button down below. So, straight back into the questions. Mr. Burns. Good job, he's taken time off running the power plant in Springfield.
Thanks for going.
Can Leipzig win the title next season?
I mean, Leipzig was the best team in the Bundesliga for roughly half a season last year. Especially second half of the season. They fucked up the start into the season and then they were really good. But I think Dortmund has the best squad, the best roster in the Bundesliga at the moment.
Well, Bayern don't have a squad. So.
Bayern has like 18 players. And you know, they agreed on, basically internally, they somehow agreed on like, oh, we only need like 20 players. I'm like, you're playing in 3 competitions and you might want to play Champions League for longer than just till winter. But I don't think Leipzig can cut it this year. They have a new coach who is like German's wonder kid coach, but he has never won anything, nothing. Even though he had a good squad at Hoffenheim, he couldn't make it in the cup. In the league, they always like were disappointing in the second half of the season. I think they will be good, but for me, if they would have kept Ralf Rangnick as their coach, I think they would have had a better shot to win it this season than now. For me, they're number 3.
They'll still be up there, but I just think for me, Bayern is still too good.
Bayern and Dortmund will be in front of them in the end. But for me, it's Bayern, Leipzig, Dortmund. These are the 3, and then probably you can mix them up this season a little bit. Yeah. All right, Mohamed Yusuf with the question: do Spurs need to replace Trippier?
I think yes, personally. They do need to replace Trippier because
how much did he play last season?
He played most of the games because Aurier was always injured. So Serge Aurier. He's good. He can be very good. He's got mistaken him, unfortunately. Pochettino has said that Juan Foyth can play right back. That I'm not so sure about. Foyth is a centre back. I think personally that Pochettino doesn't quite see Foyth's future at centre back, so he's trying to find a new position for him, whether it's the number 6 in defensive midfield or as right back. I don't think he offers. He's a good ball player, but I'm not quite sure he offers enough. Certainly, if in 3 seasons you've gone from Kyle Walker to Trippier to Foyth, that's 2 steps down, 3 steps down. Yeah. And Kyle Walker-Peters, I'm not overly convinced about, although he's a decent right back.
It very, very rarely works out for me with a centre back that tries to transition into a fullback. Somehow the other way around is more likely.
The physical attributes from a centre back to a right back are so different.
Exactly, they're like double the size, double the weight.
Look at someone like. Look at Jan Vertonghen and his physical attributes, and look at Danny Rose. Yeah, they are completely different players.
Philipp Lahm came for Germany back in the day. They were like, he was double the size.
They play next to each other, but if you swap them, oh my god.
It looked like his son.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, Melvin Cooperus next, who said, if you could fuse 2 managers to make the ultimate manager, who would it be?
Well, that's an easy answer. We both agreed already that Klopp and Guardiola are the best coaches in the world. If you can have the obsession with details and the tactical knowledge that Pep Guardiola brings to the table and the ability to set a squad on fire and basically die for the jersey they're wearing that Jurgen Klopp has, I think that is an unbeatable combination.
I mean, there's probably loads of other ones. You guys let us know.
Who would you pair with?
That'd be quite cool.
Yeah? Would Zidane be or would you take...
Well, Pochettino's got all the kind of squad building assets, where Zidane's a winner. Zidane would just get him to win. Zidane can just take him and just win 3 Champions League titles in 2.5 years. Pochettino hasn't got the trophy part, whereas Zidane does.
And he basically only has a trophy part.
Zidane only has a trophy part, didn't really sign anyone in those 2 years.
Who would you, if you have Mourinho as one, who would you fuse him with?
If Mourinho was one manager, who would you fuse him with?
What you need to take from Mourinho is the craziness.
The mental attitude with someone, purely for like the comedy factor, I'd love to see someone like him and Sarri just going nuts at each other. Or him and Conte just arguing.
He would argue with himself.
Great co-management there. All right, next up is you. That's a great question though, by the way.
Mijay Brian. Is Neymar really worth Barca giving PSG Coutinho plus Dembele plus £40 million? Bah, a lot of dough.
Look, they definitely want to get rid of Coutinho, so yeah, that's probably a good part of the deal. 40 million's not that much for Barca. It's probably what they've got left after signing Griezmann. I'm not sure Dembele. Dembele is 21, 6 or 7 years younger than Neymar.
Yeah.
I just feel like if they sign Neymar and in the 3 or 4 years when Neymar's 32 and they're looking to the future and they're scanning Europe,
and they see Ousmane Dembele tearing the league apart
they'd probably land on Dembele at PSG.
Yeah, that's very likely.
So they're going to want him back in a few years anyway.
Yeah, I tend to agree. It is a lot of money and a lot of assets they would have to throw in. But I still think it will happen. Well, that's a different story.
We'll see. So next up from Saviasachi 23, you said, question to both, which is the most underrated and overrated transfer so far in this window?
All right, so for me to look at the overrated ones, what I would want to do is like do at the paid fees. Then go down. And one of the top ones, I think like 4th or 5th most expensive transfer this summer is Hernandez to Bayern. And even though I think he can be great, what you're getting is an injured player that didn't play for like half a year, and you pay 70 million euros for him. He can be good, but there's the biggest bust potential for me.
Okay, Well, if you're going in terms of bust potential,
that's a different story.
I think João Felix. He's a brilliant player. I just think 126 million euros.
That is only so far. That's just a bet.
Yeah.
You're betting that this guy will develop, but you have no idea.
He's had one good season and a fantastic season at that.
Actually, it was good a half season only.
Yeah.
Because he only started performing when they transformed him to a shadow striker, and that was in the winter break. So I think basically like 70% of his scorer points came in this year.
Yeah, that could be overrated. As for underrated, I'm going for Sebastian Haller.
I was going with Haller too.
For West Ham. Underrated because he's brilliant.
He's brilliant, and because what he gives you is the potential to change an offense alone.
Yeah.
He brings another level to offense. Frankfurt did not play great football last season, but they knew long ball towards Haller, and he's going to make something with that.
Yeah.
Guys, everybody who's interested in how good he is, watch his highlights from last season for Eintracht Frankfurt. He is a brilliant player.
And for under 50 million for anyone these days is pretty...
That's right. For a striker that is not even in his prime yet.
Yeah.
That is physically strong. Yeah. That is technically brilliant.
I think he's suited for the Premier League down to the ground.
Oh, 100%. So we have the underrated one, overrated. You have nothing?
João Felix and Sebastian Haller.
How he's supposed to... I think it's supposed to be called João Felix.
Ah.
I think that's how you pronounce him, but I have no clue.
Portuguese fans, let us know,
All right, Lewis Vincent with the question, are Newcastle United done for? Whatever that means.
Just done for means just like finished, just done.
They're done.
They're just done. They just closed the gates of St James's Park and they're done. I don't think they're done for purely because I feel like in the Premier League these days, no team can actually be done for because they've got the resources and the finances. Mike Ashley is a terrible owner. He hasn't invested in the 19th richest club in the world.
What?
They're staying in the Premier League just about. All it takes is a manager to come in to get them going right and a few good signings. Steve Bruce, I'm not entirely sure is the right man for the job. We'll wait and see. Joel Linton from Hoffenheim looks like a good signing.
Yeah, but I think he will need one season at least. He's 22. Last year was his somehow breakout season in the Bundesliga, and then he got injured. So we're still.
But this is the thing, because there's so much money coming in for staying in the Premier League every season. All you need is one good transfer window, and suddenly you're looking like a decent team again. Yeah. In terms of the structure of the club, they're not going into administration. I can't see them getting relegated this season. I think there are worse teams. So done for's a bit far. They're just not in a very good position at the moment.
But you don't think they're in relegation battle this season?
I don't think so. I think there are 3 or 4 worse teams.
All right. Okay. You're coming with the next one.
Oh, is it actually me? Right. From Nina Tian, who said, how much do you think the following players are worth?
Oof.
So,
okay,
Harry Maguire.
So, is there anybody interested in Harry Maguire besides United?
No.
So they're bidding against themselves, and it's United. So everybody knows they have a lot of money. So what are we talking here? Like 80 million in the end? That is too much for me.
Ridiculous.
That is too much.
Neymar?
I give him 60, I say Maguire.
60.
Neymar, honestly, I mean, once again, it's a situation.
Yeah.
Paris paid 222 million euros a few years ago. If that wouldn't have happened, and he would somehow ended up at PSG and would now be transferred to Barca, I think it wouldn't talk much more than 150 million.
Yeah. Mbappe?
He's, for me, at the moment, he would be the most expensive player in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's say 200 as the cap, and then
Coutinho.
not a big fan. 90?
Yeah. Pogba.
Still believe that Pogba can be absolutely astonishing.
Yeah.
I think he can be great, so I'm going to give him 120.
Bale. And he's just turned 30.
Yeah, I know. Bale is at this. He has one of the worst contracts in world football. Honestly, like
worse for the club. Great for him.
Yeah.
Terrible for the club.
So let's imagine that if you buy him, you don't have to pay him the insane amount of money you will have
on the wages.
Then maybe 40. But that's a lot, right?
And
that's
Harry Kane.
You tell me. Is he fit? I wouldn't sign Harry Kane if I would be Real Madrid, for example. I wouldn't sign Harry Kane right now because I'd be afraid that what you get is somebody who's not be able to play football.
But I think he's fine. His fitness looks fine. I have to wait and see. But
then he's like 120, 132 at least, 150.
Yeah, but he's one of the best strikers in the world. So
150 because of the injury.
Problems. I wouldn't put him any more than 150. I don't think he's on Mbappe's level, and Mbappe's like 6 years younger.
Yeah.
Right, it's up to you next.
Next one from Hugo Rodriguez Ramos. Can Everton genuinely get into the top 6 by snatching up Barcelona rejects and other good players from top clubs that are simply just not getting minutes? For example, Dev, Gomez, Digne and Mina when fit.
Barcelona rejects is a bit harsh. Yeah. Some of these players. I did actually tweet about this the other day. Everton are like the middle club. You know, like when you play Monopoly, you've got to pass go to get 200. Whether you go up or down, you've got to pass Everton.
Yeah.
When you're a massive club and you go down, you've got to go past Everton on the way.
Yeah.
And if you're like at a lower team, you go to Everton and then you go up. They're like that middle.
They're the stepping stone.
Yeah, they're the stepping stone between the top 6 in the Premier League and the rest. And
which is not a terrible position.
No, not terrible. And they can break into the top 6 if they can be consistent. Last season, they pulled off some cracking results and then went and lost some shocking games.
I really like their squad.
Yeah, I like their squad. And on paper, they've got brilliant players and a really good team. If they were more consistent, Everton could be the best of the rest, along with Leicester and Wolves, I think.
But I think this whole idea of getting like not the A-level players, but the B-level, and then you're getting them way cheaper because nobody talks about them.
Exactly.
I think that's a good idea, and we've seen plenty of teams having success with that.
It's a good deal.
Werder Bremen, German team, 03, 04, did nothing else but that, won the league. I mean, it's
a good idea. I can see why it may not be so appealing to compared to signing all the big players like the top 6 do, but it could work. Next up from Walter Winkler says, Nico, what is the reason you dislike Klopp so much? I don't think you hate him.
Nah, I'm not a fan. I respect the hell out of him.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the greatest coaches in the world and probably will go down as one of the greatest football coaches in history. I just don't like his attitude. It all started in the Bundesliga. I've done this before. Like, I think that in football we have a crazy lack of respect for referees on the pitch. And I don't like that. And I see it happen in the Bundesliga, and I see it happen in the Sunday League, and like the lowest level of football, referee is the worst job you can do in football. And for me, it started a little bit, in the Bundesliga at least, with how Jurgen Klopp treated the referees. By nearly biting their ears off when he screams at them.
Yeah.
Like with spit running out of his mouth when he screams. For me, and I like people that are aggressive and passionate, but Jurgen Klopp overdid it too much for me.
Yeah, a bit too much. I agree.
And all this wherever he goes, he's like the fan favorite. Everybody loves him. Like, Mainz 5th, greatest club in the world. Dortmund, greatest club in the world. There's only one way to go from Dortmund and go to Liverpool. And I don't buy the whole.
The fanfare's a bit much. I agree. Yeah.
It's just. I don't know.
That's going to annoy 90% of the internet.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Liverpool fans everywhere.
The last time I did it on the German channel, it was you. Abdirahim Hussein. Will Unai Emery be sacked if he fails to secure a top 4 for Arsenal?
Will he be sacked? I think if he is, that's quite harsh to sack him. But unfortunately, the days of having a 22-year Arsene Wenger as manager is just...
That is over.
Here, look, it needs to be, it is Arsenal's aim to get back in the top 4. After Wenger delivered it for so many seasons consecutively, I think it was like 19 seasons in a row or 20. Yeah. You can't really hold it though against Unai Emery. Look, he's definitely not going to be judged about overtaking Guardiola and Klopp. Yeah. You can't judge a manager on overtaking 2 of the best English teams in recent history.
Yeah. That operate with a complete different financial level.
Yeah, with a completely different financial level. Manchester United should be more embarrassed if they don't get top 4 because of what they've spent. I think Chelsea have an excuse for the young manager, and it should be between Emery and Pochettino to fight, to fill the last 2 top 4 spaces. I think it will be harsh, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen. Especially if they don't put up a fight, then he could get sacked. If they just sit in 6th all season. If they put up a fight and they miss out, okay.
Now we know you're not an Arsenal fan, obviously, but if you were, how worried would you be right now? Because I feel like for Arsenal it has been going in the wrong direction for like 2 seasons now.
Yeah, it has, and I think it's going to take time to get over the Wenger hangover and for Emery to put his own stamp on the team. But it's just difficult when they don't spend any money.
Why don't they spend money?
Because they don't have it.
Why don't they have money? I always thought that Arsenal had a lot of money in the bank.
I always thought they had money too. They spent a lot on attackers and a lot on wages.
Yeah, actually.
Arsenal are brilliant in the attack. Yeah. And attacking options and some of the youngsters as well are brilliant. Just defensively,
it gets a bit Mustafi.
To get a solid defence in these days as well. Like if you're looking at 80 million from Maguire for 1 centre back, how are you going to replace a whole back 4?
Yeah. Impossible.
It's going to cost a lot of money. It's going to be done over a few transfer windows.
So, tough season.
Yeah, exactly. Tough season.
I got one more for you from Caleb Barber. How will West Ham line up next season with their 2 big signings in Fornals and Allaire? Will they be able to make top 6?
Oh, we spoke about this a bit earlier with Allaire. I don't think they can make top 6, West Ham. They don't have a good enough squad and aren't consistent enough. Can they mix it with the guys from 6th to 10th? Yes, potentially. But the one thing that West Ham I think are lacking is an ability to sort of pull out a shock result.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, they put off 1 or 2 last season. They were the first team to win at Spurs' new ground in a 1-0 win. And I believe they took points off Liverpool earlier in the season in a 1-0 draw.
But in general, whenever they play a top 6 team, you would bet on the top 6 team.
Yeah, you would bet on the top 6 team more so than you would like a Leicester or Wolves, as I mentioned before, who have the ability to pull. Wolves against the top 6 last season were ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah,
but when it comes to playing the big boys, West Ham just, as I mentioned, there are some good results against Spurs and Liverpool. They just don't have it in them. And then when you combine that with the fact that everyone's in the melting pot below the top 6 and can beat anyone, I just don't think they're consistent enough to push the top 6.
Obviously, in the Allaire transfer, I did some research about West Ham a little bit. They finished like 10, 11. That's like their area.
Yeah.
You think they can be like at least in the top half?
Well, to be fair to them, Wolves in 7th just pulled away at the end of the season. Between 8th and 12th, there was like nothing this season. Okay. So Leicester, Watford, West Ham, and I can't remember the other team were so close that I think 1 win could have taken West Ham to like 8th.
Okay.
So they're in that mix. I just don't see them pushing the top 6. Right, next up, from the Yellow Master, whose home kit is better?
All right.
Arsenal or City?
I spent a lot of time on jerseys this year.
Okay.
I'm going with, can you come in here for a second, then they can see the jersey? This one, Arsenal, for me, one of the best jerseys in Europe.
Very nice kit. Barcelona or Real Madrid?
Yeah, hate the Barcelona.
You get Chelsea or Spurs?
I'm going with Spurs. I'm not a big fan of either of them.
Yeah, Spurs is a bit boring. It's just a bit plain.
And at Chelsea, I don't like the pattern.
Yeah, it's also just a blue shirt. Liverpool or United?
Ooh, 2 of the better ones. I'm giving the nut to United.
Cool. Juventus or PSG?
They're
both shit.
I don't mind the PSG jersey, and I'm taking it. Because I said it before, I think it was in this thing. If they line up, if the team stands together, they will have the classic black and white.
So you mean Juventus then, not PSG?
Oh, okay, no, I mean Juventus, because everybody says, they're taking away the classic stripes. But when a team lines up standing next to...
They'll all look like a big black and white stripe. Fair enough. Bayern or Atletico?
Bayern.
I like Bayern's too. Yeah. Huddersfield or Paddy's Clothes?
Okay, literally everything is better than Paddy's Clothes. So, but Huddersfield jersey is
for those of you who haven't seen it, the Paddy Power sash.
But it's not going to be their jersey.
No, it's going to get done by the FA, and it's going to be like a novelty thing.
So I'm taking Huddersfield.
I had this over Paddy's clothes. He wears pretty safe clothes though, Paddy. He's reached the age where you just wear just a shirt,
actually,
a t-shirt.
he's always dressed very well.
He's a stylish guy, but he's safe. He's safe.
I've never seen him wear shorts outside of a football pitch.
Yeah,
never.
He's like a 7 out of 10, just a solid midfielder, just passes it, gives it and goes. There's nothing expensive.
All right, last question coming in from Cube Meister. Does Matt speak any German?
Ja, natürlich.
Ja?
Was wirst du mich sagen?
Wie ist dein Deutsch so? Auf welchem Level würdest du sagen?
A2. Ja.
I don't even know what A2 means.
Das ist alles von Nico und ich. Danke euch für deine Frage, aber wir sehen uns nächste Woche. Bis später. There we go.
Nice.
German outro. We're leaving that in, Ryan.
Yeah, that's actually great.